What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shop Chronicles. Today we got a 22 Ram 3500 with the Cummins. We're just gonna be doing a oil change and fuel filter change, the primary and the one by the fuel tank back there. All right, so we got our fuel filters here. We just ordered them from Doc's Diesel. They were the ones I get the quickest for the best price, so that's what we went with. We're also going to be using the Cat oil filter 396 4596 and do that. I also got this little tool here from Lyle. I'll put the part number in the description, but what this is supposed to do is thread into the filter when you drop the oil filter to keep it from spilling all over the place. So we're going to see how that works. This is what it looks like. It threads in, and you should be able to pull it out of the frame without spilling a bunch of oil all over the place and all over the truck. So hopefully this works. We're going to give it a shot. So let's get this oil change started. All right, we're down underneath the truck here. Get our oil pan in place. This right here is our oil drain plug. That's what we're going to use. Just a ratchet. It's just a 3/8 drive. Get that up in there. Break it loose, and go figure I dropped the ratchet right in the drain pan. All right, now we got it loose. I'm just gonna take it out by hand. There we go. Go ahead and let that drain. All right, to drain the oil, come underneath here. You can see where we pulled the plug out of the oil pan. This is our plug right here. It is just a 3/8 drive. So we used our ratchet with the little extension like that. And then once that quits dripping, we'll go ahead and put the plug back in and snug it down. Spray it down with some brake clean, clean up all the oil. And then we'll go pull the oil filter and fuel filters. Got the plug in there. Go ahead and tighten her down with our ratchet. Make sure it's nice and snug. Go ahead and spray this off with some brake clean. All right, now let's go do the filters. All right, so now we're over here on the passenger side of the truck. In the front fender here, you come back. That is our oil filter that we're going to be removing. And use an oil filter wrench or some oil filter pliers like these to remove that filter. We also got our little cap here that we're going to thread into it to be able to pull it out of that hole right there without dumping a bunch of oil all over the place. So let's go ahead and spin this thing off. We got the filter sitting down right there. Go ahead and spin our cap in it. See if we can't pull that thing out of there. Now. Look at that, just a very little bit. Just a very little bit that was on the outside of it, but it's way better than making a big old mess by dumping that whole thing everywhere. So let's go ahead and get the new one installed. New filters installed. Get some brake clean, clean up that little bit of oil. Now we're gonna go ahead and fill this thing up with some oil. It takes like 13.7 quarts, which is like just under 3.5 gallons of 1030. So we'll go ahead and get her filled up now. Got it full. We'll go ahead and fire it up, let it fill up the filter, and then recheck the oil level. All right, so this one's gonna be a little bit hard to show you, but we're gonna be doing the main fuel filter now. It is in that housing. Kind of hard to see if it'll focus. Down there. So it's in that housing there. You're gonna put a 28mm socket, and we'll just spin it loose, pull that filter out, and replace it with the new one, and then reinstall the housing. I'll try and show you what it looks like when I get it pulled out, but tight spot, so I'm not really going to be able to film it very well for you. So go ahead and get it pulled, and I'll show you what I can. Here is the tooling that we're going to need. Our 28mm socket. Mine's 1/2 inch drive, so I have an adapter from 3/8 to 1/2 inch and a 3/8 ratchet to get it loose. So I'll go ahead and replace that now. All right, here's our old filter here. This is the way that it sits in that housing. This is the bottom of it and how it seals in there. So definitely it goes a certain way. You'll have to get it turned the right way to get it to press down in there, because that is an oval shape. So just remember that when you pull it out. We're gonna go ahead and put the new one in. Here is our new one. Here, let me see if I can show you which way that's kind of supposed to sit. So you can see the oval shape there. You're gonna put that filter in there, and then tighten the top back on it. Put the new, don't forget to put the new O-ring on, that brown one there that seals the lid, and you should be good to go. We're gonna go ahead and put the new one in. There's what it looks like with the new one installed. And now I will go ahead and put the top back on and tighten it up. You don't have to tighten it very much. You don't want to over tighten it and crack this plastic housing. Let's see here. Yeah. So it does have the torque spec on it, 30.5 Newton meters. You can convert that, but definitely don't want to over tighten it and crack it. You'll have all kinds of issues. So we'll go ahead and get this reinstalled. All right, so we're back here by the fuel tank. Kind of hard to see. I'm laying on the passenger side, right before the rear axle. Come up over the exhaust here, and you can see the rear fuel filter housing. There is a little 8mm petcock right there that you can open to drain the fuel out of it before you spin the bowl off and dump fuel all over the place. So we'll go ahead and get that opened up, get the filter spun off, and go from there. All right, now we've got it open and draining into our drain pan. Makes a little bit of a mess because it hits the drive shaft, but we'll go ahead and let it drain this whole thing. We'll take our 28 millimeters, same as the front, spin that bowl off of this filter housing, pull our filter out, and install the new one. All right, we got the old filter out, new one installed. They just press into the cap, and then we'll go install this new filter back up in the truck. All right, so we got the oil topped off. It's good to go. We'll go ahead and go inside the cab and reset the oil filter and oil change light, and also the fuel filter service light. So let's head on in the cab and do that. We're going to be using these buttons here to reset the oil filter and oil change life and the fuel filter life on the screen there. You get in, just go ahead and press the on. You don't need to start it. Wake everything up, and then we are going to scroll down to vehicle info. Once on vehicle info, you can scroll left or right. We're on battery voltage right now. There is our fuel filter life, and just like it says on the screen, it says hold the right arrow to reset. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. And now the oil life is reset to 100%. Now we'll go in and do the same thing for the oil. We will go ahead and scroll over to oil life. I'll hold that. There we go. Oil life is reset to 100%, and you are good to go. Go ahead and fire it up.